Hi, how's it going? So in today's tutorial, it's going to be a little different. I'm going to be doing any painting, and I'm not going to show any painting techniques. I want to talk about stones. Now, I am very fortunate in the fact that I can find these beautiful, natural, round, smooth, and flat stones to paint. But I know that not everyone can find these, so I offer two solutions. I do sell these natural stones by the box in my Etsy shop, and if you're interested in those, I will put a link in this video's description below on how you can find my Etsy shop. But I do have an alternative, and that is to simply make your own. And I have a process on how to do that. So if you're interested in seeing how to make your own round stones, then keep watching. Okay, so this is what I want to show you. These are natural stones, and they're fantastic. I am lucky to find these, but if you can't find these in your area of the world, then you can actually just form your own. Now, this is a completely hand-formed stone. I shaped it myself. Here's one I made that's a little bit larger, a little flatter. I found a few months ago when I was trying out this Drydex speckling. I found that I was not very satisfied with the results of this, and I thought, well, why wouldn't, you know, concrete work? It's a little lighter, slightly lighter than a natural stone, but it is still stone. And I have like this one and a few others in my shop that I hand formed. So I just let that be known that that is what it is. It's a hand formed stone. So it's not wood, it's a stone. So anyway, today I want to show you how what I use. I use to make these stones. I just get the Quikrete. It's a compound. It's a patch walls and so forth with it. So it's just a little cement paste. It's a really, really fine, super fine powder. So you definitely want to wear a mask, and you definitely want to wear gloves when working with this. And it does set quick. You do need to work pretty quick. I just use a ceramic bowl. And you just want to get a little bit of water. These are just messy utensils that I've been using over and over. And you do want to get some gloves, some disposable gloves, because it does kind of make a mess. But let's get started on showing you how to go about forming the stone. I will just, okay, so you don't need a whole bunch, you know. I mean, I'm not going to make a large stone. If you want to make a really large stone, you go ahead and get you quite a bit in there, but it's very fine powder. Okay. There might be some chunks, and you just want to add a little bit of water at a time. Now it's going to get warm, and you kind of have to work quick. Like I said, this is a quick set cement. If you add too much, you can always add a little bit more powder. But it seems to dry up. I'm going to break up the little pieces here, but it seems to dry pretty quickly. Like absorb the water. Now the chemical reaction hasn't quite started yet, but it will, and then it gets kind of a little bit warm. Nothing that, you know, it didn't burn me or anything like that. So when I've played with it, So you can see the chunks that are on the edges dry a little quicker. So I just keep working it. Just keep squeezing it, try to smooth out any of the chunks. I'm not going to try to get this out yet. I'm just going to let it kind of harden and do its thing before I start trying to form it. But once it starts, you got to move. Move with it. It doesn't take long. Once it starts setting, it sets. And then I can just wipe that right up before it's dry. Or after it's dry, it'll just flake off. Alright, I'm going to go on and get it out. See, now it's kind of getting that oobleck kind of like texture. It's just, getting firmer, and it's starting to get warm. So now I know that it's time. And I try not to put it on my finger part, to work it, because then you'll leave little finger marks. And like I said, this is moving pretty quick here. So I just shape it up and smooth it out. It's just something you want to play with, a little bit, a couple times before you. And then once you get it smooth once over, leave it alone. Because if I run my finger back over that top part, thinking that I want to get that little tiny bit, nope. Leave it alone. Because if you don't, it will get all... it'll leave more on there, and it'll get all bumpy on you. It won't be this smooth. I'm just kind of working it, trying to feel underneath and make sure there's no big major finger marks. Smooth out the edges without touching the top. And let that sit. Oh, just let that sit. Okay, so I just rinsed off my mat and I rinsed out my bowl, so it's fine. You can reuse it. This is the stone I made. So here's the natural stone, and here is the stone that I hand formed. And so, and then it's fine. The top is real smooth, but it's a little rough. But if you just use the front side and then paint the stone, but anyway, and then just paint it just like a normal, like you would any other stone. So okay, I hope you like this tutorial. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I will see you soon.